We are going to be making some delicious brisket burger bowls. Welcome back to Self Built. It is another meal prep day. Today we are making brisket burger bowls, and these are delicious. It is such a good meal. It's almost like a comfort meal. Like, it is really good. It's got some substance to it. So we've got brisket, potato, secret sauce, vegetables, and then some other things for some flavoring. But it is so good. Let's jump into this. First things first, we're gonna cook the brisket. I've got it in here just cooking away. It's pretty much done. I'm gonna add some flavors to it. Most people add the seasoning and everything while it's cooking. I just didn't have time for it today. I had to get a workout in while it was going because it was frozen when I started. So we're gonna be adding some garlic and onion, which is always the foundation of flavor. I like to have bigger onions than it being super minced because this is gonna be burger-like. So I need some nice chunky onions in here. Just throw this deliciousness in here. And then I really enjoy the garlic that's already separated and cut up. Just makes it super easy. Just toss a little bit of this in there. Delicious. And then I really like the seasoning. It is quite delicious, so I'm gonna add some of that. Extra flavor. And then a little bit of salt and pepper. Mix it around and let it sit for a while. While the brisket is enjoying those sweet flavors that we added, we're gonna be working on the taters. Make sure to wash your taters. And then, I don't know what these things are called. Vegetable choppers or something. Whatever it is. This is nice to be able to make some quick kind of hash brownie things. This is just gonna be my little collector. Slide it under here, and I'll just be filling this probably to the top or close to it. And then we're gonna season it with some potato slayer. And then Larry's, I don't know how it's pronounced, but this is good stuff too. Just crank away and let this thing do its thing. Once you get close, I'll just shove it down the gullet. If you want to, you can also peel the potatoes, but I don't mind the extra skin. Then I'll just dump it in here. I'll fill up one more of these, so this will be pretty full. I finished off the taters, so we got 5 pounds of taters in here. I added some water because it'll basically steam / boil it. I'm just trying to soften it up. And then after it's all softened up, I'm gonna strain it, and then I'll put some flavoring in there. I'll just be setting this to medium, let it soften up, and we'll go from there. While both of these are cooking, we are gonna be making the secret sauce. I've shared some secret sauces with you. There's gonna be some similar ingredients, but this will have a little bit of a twist, and it really makes this whole dish. It is so good. So let me show you what the ingredients will be. We'll start with some mayonnaise. We'll do probably a good amount because they're gonna be doing a lot of meals. Do something like that to start with. Some ketchup. The old mustard. Oops, excuse me. A little bit of saltiness. And some pepper. And the part that really sets it apart is pickles. We're gonna chop these pickles up, dice them, slice them. You can cut these any way that you want, but the way that I like it, that makes it really easy just to cut them very fine, is I'll first cut it in half, And then I'll do a couple strips. And then I'll just dice it up just like this. I feel like the smaller and more pieces that there are, the better and more delicious this is. But cut to however you want. So it'll be just like that. So I'll finish up these ones real quick. Got a whole bunch of pickles. So let's load these bad boys in. Oh, these pickles are still good. Then we'll mix this. Oh, don't want to forget you. Oh, one more. We'll mix all this deliciousness together. We want it to be about a slight pinkish. And if it doesn't come out that way, I'll just add a little bit more or less of certain things. We'll see what this turns out to be. This is very similar to like a homemade In-N-Out sauce. It just tastes super luxurious and the flavor just changes and it's just awesome. It is a bit yellow, so let's add a little bit more ketchup. That's pretty darn close. Do a small little taste test. Oh man, so good. You get hit with one flavor and then another one comes on and then another one comes on. Way good. Definitely try this sauce out. It makes the dish. This is looking all nice and cooked. I like the chunky onions in there. Now I'm gonna separate it, probably do about 6-7 ounces of beef. You don't have to be this exact if you don't want to, but as far as protein goes, I just like to make sure I get enough. We are left with 12 meals. So this is kind of gonna be like a shepherd's pie. This is gonna be the bottom layer, the brisket. Next, we're gonna add 2 slices of fake cheese, which is the only cheese I enjoy, which will go there and there. So it'll be a nice little layer. Got everything all cheesified. Got a little excited, some already jumped out. But now we're gonna add a dollop on each thing of cheese. Just seems to make the flavor awesome. So we're bloop, just like that. And another one right over here. With the sauce in this light, typically I make it a little bit more red, but the taste is right where I want it. So I'm just gonna leave it as it is. Alrighty, we are back in it. Got the secret sauce on everything. Now we got the potatoes. What are you doing in there? Aren't you supposed to be in there? What I did was I just strained these things, rinsed them because got the extra starch off. I don't really care about starch and all that stuff. I just like the texture to be more dry potato-y. I'm gonna scoop these out and then add some flavoring. I'll probably do like a 3/4 to a full scoop of potatoes for all of these. So I'm not sure how much I'll be left with extra. And then I'll add the seasoning on top. When I warm this whole thing up, it's gonna get melted and I'm just stir it all together. That's why I'm not too worried about adding the flavoring to the potatoes and mixing it and then adding it. So that way it'll all get mixed together. Last part is we're just gonna throw some veggies in here. I keep it simple. I'll just throw in a handful in just each of these and we'll be done. This one's not gonna get veggies because I'm gonna eat it right now. And it would be all funny because microwaving it with the vegetables, it won't be the same temperature. So this one will be fiber free, well, less fibery. Let's see what this thing tastes like. Woo! So cheese is melted, everything is just steaming. So now you just mix it in. All right, now that we are all mixified, got this texture going on, let's give it the old testaroo. Whoa! Man. That is really good. Super good. Oh, good flavor of meat. Awesome cheese and that sauce that pulls it in with some onions and pickles. Way good, way good. Definitely try this one out. You could also count this as like a comfort food because it's kind of more like a shepherd's pie a little bit. But I call it burger bowl because everything is burgerish except the potatoes. You could also switch this out for buns if you want. But for meal prep options, this was just easy and simple. And that brings this video to a close. I hope you enjoyed this meal prep. It is really good. You can make any tweaks that you want that sound good for your taste. If you've got any comments or suggestions, definitely leave it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribing is huge. It means so much to subscribe. I've only got 10% people watching my videos subscribing, so please hit that subscribe button. It means so much to me. And if you enjoyed seeing these kind of meal preps, or if you want to see some more workout ideas, don't forget to tune in next time for more self-food.